Amy Roloff left in disbelief after learnings Matt will again sell families. Farm it'll be sad, Amy admits it's not easy visiting Matt and Karen in Arizona. And Chris Merck, hospitalized, I will explain everything. Never miss this video before going to the main topic. I would like to say like this video and please subscribe to the channel. A preview of the upcoming episode of Little People Big World shows Amy and her husband, Chris Merck, discussing how disappointed Amy is with Matt's choice to sell Roloff Farms. A special excerpt from this week's Little People Big World shows that the Roloff family was not at all in agreement about what would happen to their property in May. Matt Roloff listed a piece of the renowned farm he once owned with his ex-wife Amy Roloff and their kids Jacob 25, Molly 28, and Zach and Jeremy $32 for $4 million. According to a People story at the time, there was disagreement on the real estate choice, though. In an exclusive clip from Tuesday's episode of the long-running TLC series Amy 57 first hears about the listing from her current husband Chris Mck when asking him about a recent meeting he had with her ex. Because Matt is planning on putting the house on the market, Chris explains he had to go through some of Amy's belongings that were left in the farm's garage. Amy looks at Chris for a few seconds, then shakes her head and says up in order to sell some of the land while keeping the majority of the functioning farm. Matt is reportedly making a lot line adjustment as Chris observes, yeah, which Dom founds me, man, says Amy. It's unlikely that anyone will want to go over there. I predict that there won't be as much family time there. Over the past year, it has been left up in the air as to who would take ownership of the 34-acre farm after Matt expressed he wanted to take a step back as he is getting older and no longer wants to handle all of the responsibilities himself. His sons, Jeremy and Zach, even put an offer in on the farm, but Matt rejected them. Amy continued by describing how Matt first discussed his intentions for the Roloff farm with the family at a confessional. When Matt's attempts to reach an agreement with both of my boys, Zachary and Jeremy, failed, he sent out an email more like, these are the alternatives I'm thinking of. I dimly recalling, however, Matt frequently has a change of heart, a different direction, or a different path. You must therefore be cautious about that, since Merrick stated that he hoped one of the family members would take over the property when Amy moved out. It clear that she was not prepared for the current course leading the farm. Was hard for me at the time. I was hoping pretty much that this property would be turned over or the opportunity to negotiate with the two boys, she said. The fact that that was the primary reason I left the farm sev on me. Would I have taken a different route? Perhaps, and I would have gone around and said, okay, child, how can we make this work, or something like that, after buying Matt out. And that's not what I did. For a while, it will be depressing, Amy said. She is concerned about her boys, before joking that she loves it when Matt shares such important news with Merrick before he tells her that I left the farm mostly for that reason. Makes me sad what alternative decisions I have made, or perhaps I would have gone around and said, okay, child, how can we make this work, or something like after buying Matt out. I also didn't do it. It will therefore be depressing for some time. Amy said that she is concerned about her boys before joking that she loves it when Matt breaks important news like this to Merrick before he tells her, I am not sure how the kids will react to the news when Matt tells them that he's putting it on the market. The dynamics of the family will definitely change. Little People Big World preview. Amy admits it's not easy visiting Matt and Karen in Arizona. Amy Roloff is traveling to Arizona with Chris Merck to pay a visit to her former partner Matt Roloff and his girlfriend Karen Chandler at their residence. I must say that visiting their location in Arizona is not a simple task. Amy acknowledges in this exclusive sneak peek at the June 28th episode of Little People Big World. There's just too much History for me. Chris chooses to see the positive side of things. It'll be enjoyable. Chris assures Amy even more. He expresses that he is looking forward to it. Amy should be able to realize that spending time with Matt and Karen may be enjoyable. According to Chris, it's a bit more nuanced for Amy than that. It is my former partner. I don't want to put on a front or act like this is all good and nothing has happened because it's his girlfriend. Amy adds, I just want to be a little cautious when I go in there, but I also want to be honest. Chris and Amy reach Arizona. Matt is waiting outside for them. They tour the house with Matt and Karen. Matt takes them to the bedroom where Zach and Tori have stayed before. We have a great relationship with Amy and Chris. Matt admits it's really what I'd always hoped would happen in a perfect world. Zach and Tori would come down to Arizona and we'd all kind of vacation together, but it's just not in the cards right now. Things have been tense within the Roloff family ever since Matt and Zach's negotiations for Zach to buy his mom's portion of the farm fell through. We're all family, but it is what it is. I've got my own family to take care of. Tori and I have moved on. Obviously, he's grandpa, and we want grand pet to stay in our kids' lives, but it's not going to be the same necessarily. I think Zach told Hollywood Life exclusively about his relationship with his father. Chris goes behind Amy's back. Chris Merck goes behind Amy Roloff's back and contacts Matt Roloff on Little People Big World. He gets an update on the farm sale from her ex-husband. So, will there be new owners? Chris Merck tells Amy Roloff that he texted Matt Roloff on Little People Big World. He reaches out to find out how the farmhouse is doing on the market. She finds it shocking that her husband would text her ex-spouse behind her back and tell her later. According to Chris, there have been no viewings since putting it up for sale. Matt wants to sell the house and Amy Roloff is aware of this. She hasn't visited the property, though, since her ex-husband posted the for sale sign. Chris goes on to say that they haven't gone for any walks either. The property market has changed significantly, according to Chris Merck. In contrast to months ago, the Little People Big World reality personality says there haven't been any crazy bidding wars way above asking price. As a result, Matt might not receive what he requests. Chris Merck asks Amy Roloff how her kids are handling the farm being on the market. She thinks her kids are sad, disappointed, frustrated, and kind of mad about how everything went down. Matt Roloff gives Amy the impression that everything is all right. She thinks he might not be aware that his family doesn't share his feelings and be content with the current state. According to the Little People Big World star, it was something that hit to the core for her children. Amy does not believe that it will be something that is just swept away beneath the rug and set aside. She thinks they will need some time to come to terms with what that transpired. Amy feels that over the years, too much personal things have occurred. Additionally, she and Matt's relationship about the farm sale went a little crazy. A few days ago, she believes they had an argument, and she spoke up more than she had in the past. She thinks that they had a disagreement and spoke up more than she ever has. Chris' wife explains that it is easier to have distance between them. Amy Roloff feels that something could have been worked out to keep the fart in the family. However, Chris' wife understands that she wasn't a part of the negotiations and didn't know what happened, so she feels that the path has been paved. Chris Merck, on the other hand, thinks it is a shame that one of Amy's children did not inherit the farm to continue the family name. It's too bad. According to the Little People Big World cast member, that it couldn't stay in the family for many generations. When does Amy think they can get the family together for a holiday get-together? Chris asks. It will be 5 years, she says. According to her, the subject is still raw, tender, and it won't go away with a snap of a finger. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.